This morning we're just checking in the hotel. We just arrived from Lahore. I'm like so tired. It's been like a long trip. Let's get first some water and set up somewhere and then So, as I said, we just checked in this morning at the hotel here in Bangkok. Are quite central. We choose it to be like 10 minutes drive from the convention center where the Gemstone fair is happening. So what should I say? Actually, this was an adventure that I was kind of dragged off with my husband and one of the friends from Pakistan, and also another friend from France that has been in gemstones and jewelry for the last 30 years. She's been working with Louis Vuitton Group, so she dragged us into this story. And I was always, I mean, not always, but the last few years, I started being really passionate about jewelry. I love stones also. I won't say like I'm crazy about it, but I like them. I mean, as everyone likes beautiful things. And that's why we are here to explore how Pakistan is really actually missing on a lot of things in terms of this industry and this sector. This can be really lucrative and bring in the economy in a whole new level in terms of exporting real and beautiful and natural gemstones. Pakistan is one of the biggest actually mountains where they have many gemstones, especially Swat region has the emerald, and the sapphire of Kashmir is actually the best sapphire existing ever. Purest, the most natural, and actually it's the most expensive also worldwide. I remember once I checked a website. I was in Switzerland and I checked the website of a company selling gemstones as an investment, and there is some sapphire that can go up to, from Kashmir of course, that can go up to $500,000, like just one stone. So yeah, so that's why we are here in Bangkok. It's Ramadan, but I mean, when there is work, we cannot have a choice. We just like go and do things. Whatever needs to be done has to be done. So we're gonna go to explore today for the first time this fair. It's actually the biggest one in the world, along with the one of Hong Kong, but this one is the oldest one. It's been existing for more than 36 years. It's like huge history. They are hosting the biggest people from mining, from working out the stones to jewelry makers. So Thailand is really becomes kind of, especially Bangkok, kind of a capital of all these companies worldwide, even like Swiss companies, French companies, French laboratories who give the certification for these stones are taking their headquarter, like world headquarter. It's more here in Bangkok because where it's a lot of flow happening, because there is a lot of stones coming from everywhere, especially from Burma, Myanmar, from Sri Lanka, from India. There is a lot is done in India. That's why we think that Pakistan has a lot of things maybe to play, because I felt that maybe when the partition happened, the know-how of the gemstone stays on the other side of the borders, but at least the raw material, I mean the stones itself, it's everywhere. I mean, in the India-Pakistan territory. So there is a way that Pakistan can also take advantage from this and maybe help to grow this economy and set up Pakistan in this worldwide landscape of gemstones and even jewelry making. So we are exploring ways how we can support and maybe contribute to that and push on that level to see how it's gonna go. So, we just got our badge this morning, and we're gonna start with the lower ground that has the gemstones first. And the first floor has more diamonds and like fine jewelry. So it's more for wholesalers and people who are like shopping for their own shops across the world. So let's discover this. I think I won't be able to shoot so much in the fair itself because it's kind of prohibited. But I try to have some shots of like some nice gemstones or at least the vibe of the fair. Keep up. So as I said, we are going down to the lower ground that has mainly gemstones. So these are emerald. It's this green stone. It's beautiful. Green is my favorite color actually. Most of my jewelry has emerald and it mainly comes from Zambia, yeah, in Africa. And this is ruby. It's actually mainly coming from Burma. So this is the vibe. So we are at the lower ground where there is mainly gemstones. So it's a mix of precious and semi-precious. Like emerald, ruby, sapphire. It's considered precious because they are quite rare, so they are the most expensive one. And then you have sapphire, which looks like emerald, but it's like semi-precious, so it's much less expensive. Or there is other names. I show you like more the simple stuff. Like these ones like semi-precious. These are all semi-precious. Actually, I know nothing much. I'm just like, it's my first time discovering about gemstones, but there is a sign when there is so many things on the table. It means it's semi-precious and much less expensive. When there is less stuff on the table, it's more precious.
ये तो बड़ा meditative। ये हमने जैसे क्या होता है ना चौकी भी बनाया है बिजनेस में सेल्स पर्सन में आने से पहले घर वाले सिखाते हैं ये सीखो जाके बेटा ये होती है जब जाके सीखा है 10 साल की उम्र में सीख रहे हैं हम लोग ये हमारा खानदानी काम है सेकंड टाइम इस फॉर्म में आपके पास आता है ये ऐसा आएगा फिर ऐसा हो जाएगा और अब निकलिए ठीक है ये रुकी वहां से आएगा तो जो क्वालिटी आ रहा ना एक्जेक्टली कलर इज वेरी नाइस क्वालिटी इज नाइस बेटर देन बर्मा बट यू कैन नॉट रिप्लेस द बर्मा फ्रॉम एनी अदर
How much is this one, for example?
70,000
70,000.
70,000
Wow. So this is a fire. So this is Mozambique ruby. Unheated, I think. Had to be unheated. Unheated will mean.
And Mozambique means what?
Yes.
Good morning. Actually, we are today in day 2 of the fair, and we are planning to visit mainly the equipment and tools for the gemstones work. So we are quite excited and like making jewelry. It's going to be like a whole experience of discovering another level. Yesterday we've seen mainly the lower ground, as I say, that as I showed you, has mainly gemstones. Today is going to be jewelry and manufacturers. So stay tuned to show you some of it. And then make the small circle chain that goes up to here. So we are diving deep in the machines and manufacture of jewelry machineries. And this one, for example, is doing engraving. So it can like engrave on gold, silver, and also platinum, like all the metal that are used in jewelry. So it's like different kind of engraving, different style. There is deep engraving, there is lighter ones. And here it's an X-ray to be able to spot how many carats we have in the gold or silver and the platinum. And I'll show you another machine that's actually quite impressive. It's to be able to do the cutting. So you give the design, and it's actually a machine that also do the cutting like this, like going from a plain gold, let's say, and will do the whole cutting. And it can also do the engraving. So this is like a 2-in-1 machine. And then they have, of course, the balances and the welding. It's everything that this is the welding machine. So they are here. So it's everything to repair the jewelry and be able to do the welding part. This is welding, but like very tiny one. So we'll do a little wrap up of what happens this 3 days of the gems and jewelry fair in Bangkok. As I said, it was the 73rd edition of it, so it's been happening for like 36 years. It was very interesting. I actually loved it. I've been starting loving jewelry, to be honest, the last few years, let's say. Maybe after the 30s, women start like loving jewelry. But the main thing is like we learned a lot about the 3 main very precious gems, which are the emerald, the green, that exists mainly in Zambia and Colombia. The ruby comes mainly from Myanmar. It's actually the best one. There is some a little bit in Afghanistan and also maybe the borders of Pakistan. And sapphire, it's also Burma, and there is some of it in Pakistan. I mean, the best ones, as I said last time, is the one in Kashmir, from Kashmir. So the most purest and most beautiful one, and the best color also comes from Kashmir. So yeah, so this is the 3 main, and then there is so many semi-precious gems that for me are a little bit less interesting. And of course we learned a lot about jewelry making, machines, and so there is a lot to explore in this thing. And I think Pakistan also has to take some maybe advantage or benefit from maybe making or being part of this huge sector that's it's like billions of dollars in the world. And it's very funny, like we met an Indian guy from Jaipur, because Jaipur is the Indian capital where everything is happening and where they have the real know-how of like working with the gemstones. And he was telling us like there is a lot of gemstones coming and selling and coming by their hands and going to some people, and it's like it's moving from hand to hand across the world and across the globe, but yet we see only 10% of these gems born by people. So we see very rare gems, but they are somewhere. So only God, only Allah knows where these gems are. Maybe they are like just locked in some lockers in some banks or whatever. But yeah, that was a very funny experience. I really enjoyed it, and I guess I'll definitely be back to Bangkok probably next year or something, to be like doing the next step and maybe buy some gems and start making some popular jewelries. Who knows? See? And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe. It will support us a lot to make more and more content that can be relevant for the community and maybe help you understand and learn more about different sectors and businesses in Pakistan and in the whole region.
That was the deal. So it worked for many years until the Pakistani guy said that
he could not make any money anymore, so he had to stop because my father bought only the top quality at a top price that the Pakistani person accepted, but it did not cover actually the rest that he had to sell, but could never sell as high as to make money. So after maybe 10, 12 years, the association stopped.
So we are here today to visit a factory that actually makes some jewelry here in Thailand. So it's quite fascinating. Here this part is the 3D part. So we're doing the 3Ds. Oh,
Voilà.
that's fast.
Not too.
So, I thought yesterday that we were done, but Bangkok keeps on surprising us. Yesterday we just actually met someone. I mean, we were introduced to a French guy who has been living in Thailand for the last 39 years and has been doing jewelry making. His family already has been part of gemstone cutting in France since I think 2 or 3 generations, and he decided to move to Bangkok 2 years back, set up his, workshop of jewelry making. So they work mainly with small brands in Europe, US, and also I think in Thailand and Asia. We were so fascinated about the process of like making a jewelry that has really long hours of work, of craftsmanship, of human hours, and of creativity, of so much attention to details. So now actually I started really respecting when you see like a fine jewelry, it's really a piece of art because it has been in someone's head. And whenever you see like a piece of jewelry, it's like a real piece of art. It has been in someone's head, imagined, and it needs to be sketched. And it needs to be, sketching has to be improved and add inspiration from nature, from colors, tones. So you need to enrich, let's say, it's inspiration. And then the next step, it comes maybe a better sketching or go into the 3D now. Or at that time, I mean, a long time ago, I think they were doing, and even like some artisans still today, they are the purest one. They do also like use silver or some other material to create a master. So it's like gonna be the mold or the prototype of the jewelry, either a ring or bracelet or whatever. And after that, we have this part of like, I've seen like so many machines doing the 3D part that has been I mean, I've seen it in the fair, and I didn't understand why they do the 3D. So they do the 3D with the wax of a ring or whatever, and this 3D thing goes in a machine where the gold is injected and the wax disappears. So the gold, melted gold, replaces the wax in that mold. So it's like a really interesting process. And then once the jewelry in gold or platinum or whatever is done, then it comes the next step of polishing and putting the stones or the diamonds, and then polishing again, and then doing the final finish and final touch. If you use like gems or even I think diamonds, you need to repolish them again before putting them in the jewelry and after putting them into jewelry. It's like a long process. For example, a ring, from its inception to the final product, it can take up to 3 weeks to 1 month to make it. It was really interesting. And of course, the necklaces and the chains and stuff, they are a little bit more complicated because it has articulation. So yesterday, it was kind of a master class. You will see all around the workshop. I have done many shots where You can see all the different steps of the jewelry making, and it's just fascinating. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Now I won't see jewelry anymore the same way. And yeah, so again, if you like this content and are interested in discovering and exploring different business ideas and business sectors and learning more about different things, I think this channel will be your place to be, to learn so many things in business, in technology, innovation, so many other things, even creative stuff. I'm so excited for this journey together. So keep in touch, and please, if you have any questions regarding this sector or you want me to explore a specific sector or industry, let me know. We will try to make as much value and bring as much value as possible to our audience. Keep tuned, subscribe, click on the bell.